The first term went by so quickly. Literally, it was literally January right now, and you're trying to tell me that we are approaching the second term. It's literally a lot. Hi everyone, my name is Andy Soy, a UCT medical student. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching one of my videos once again. And if you are new here, welcome. I hope you do stay and become a part of my journey as I become Dr. Andy. As I was saying, guys, I do not believe how term 1 went by so quickly. And I know all of us had New Year's resolutions on how we are going to kill this academic year, how we're gonna delete all our social media platforms, how we're gonna be consistent with our work and not remain behind, how we're gonna start our assignments on time.
Side eye. Side eye.
And now it is the end of the term and we barely survived. Well, I'm talking about me and most of you guys. So on this video, I'm going to be giving you tips on how we can prepare for the second term so that we avoid what just happened. And to those who are able to stick by their goals, be consistent, stick to their study timetable, I say well done to you. Keep it up and keep doing your good work. Definitely your results are going to be your reward. So the first thing we need to do is assess term 1. What really went wrong? So the reason why we want to assess term 1 is because we do not want to carry the same mistakes to term 2. We do not want to carry the same habits to term 2 that didn't work for us. So basically we are trying to eliminate what didn't work and do more of what actually worked. So what you want to do is you're going to write down what worked and what did not work, starting with a study timetable. Did your study timetable work for you? Or did you even have a study timetable?
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
If you didn't have, then you know that second term you need to set that study timetable. And if you did have and it didn't work for you, you need to reassess your study timetable. What exactly didn't work? If still you don't know how to set a study timetable, I have a video here on my YouTube channel giving you step by step on how to set a study timetable that works for you. So you can go back and watch that video. The second thing we can assess is resources. Did we have enough resources in term 1? Maybe there's a study guide that you know that you need and you need to buy but you didn't have in term 1. This is one thing that you can do to prepare yourself for term 2. Buy that study guide. So if you were thinking you need to be more consistent in watching my study tips videos, that is what you need to improve on. If you feel like you need a mentor, maybe it is time that you purchase my mentorship packages or you book a session with me. Or you feel like you can't do this on your own and you need a tutor. It is time to look for a tutor. Or if you feel like actually you need those extra classes, it is time to book those extra classes. So in order for term 2 to be better, you need to reach out and get the help and the resources that you need. Another thing that you can assess from term 1 is your distractions. What made you procrastinate? If there is something that you know exactly took your time or took so much of your time that you couldn't study, it could be sport, it could be social media, it could be a part-time job or anything that you are doing besides your schoolwork. You need to assess that part of your life as well, because at the end of the day it affects your academics. So for example, if at school you are doing 3 sports and you feel like it is a bit too much, you come home very tired and you cannot study, maybe you should take it down to 1. If you're a person who knows that you spend hours and hours scrolling on TikTok, you are always watching YouTube videos, you are always playing games, maybe it is time to limit the time you are spending on those apps or to completely delete them. So basically, you do not want to carry all the things that were disturbing you from term 1 to term 2. You do not want to carry all the things that were stressing you from term 1 to term 2. If there's something that is completely stressing you, you need to literally assess that. So the next thing you need to do is to assess how your term 1 was in terms of your academic performance. Think about that subject that gave you a hard time, those topics that gave you a hard time, and all the work that you didn't get enough time to go through, all the work that you didn't understand properly and you need to revise, all the past papers that you didn't do in term 1. You need to think about that and now use the time that you have to complete that work. So what you need to do is to make sure that you have done term 1 completely, that all these topics and all these questions that were bothering you in term 1 don't haunt you in term 2. So basically, polishing on your term 1 topics and subjects is beneficial for term 2 because your June exams will be testing you on the content from first term. Another thing that you can do in order for you to make sure that you've done your term 1 really well is the past papers. Ideally, you should have done the term 1 past papers before you write all of your term 1 tests, but if there are some past papers from term 1 that you didn't do, this is the best time during your holidays or before you start term 2 to go over those past papers, because when it comes to preparing for your June exams, you will only be focusing on June exam past papers. So if you are still failing a past paper right now after you finished your term 1, it means that you didn't study properly and there's a lot of work that you need to go through. Term 2's content is double term 1's content. So if you are not able to cover term 1's content, term 2's content is going to be hard because it's going to be assessing you on both terms. So you need to do yourself a favor and go through all the past papers from term 1. Especially because they're going to assess you based on those topics. Another thing you need to do before moving to term 2 is complete your assignments. If you have incomplete assignments, incomplete projects that are from term 1, you need to make sure that you complete them before you start your term 2, so that you do not spend time still trying to complete previous term's content in the new term. Let's talk about term 2. What are your goals? You need to set your goals before you start a term. Just like any project you start, you need to set what exactly do you want to achieve. So I posted a video on how to set SMART goals. Go back and watch that video so that you can set your SMART goals. So know what are you aiming for this term, what marks do you really want to get. The second thing you need to know is your school calendar. Know how many weeks you have for this term. This will prepare your mind in knowing how much work you need to do and how much time you have before your exams. It also helps knowing when your June exams start so that you know when you're preparing yourself how many weeks actually you have. For example, if there are 11 weeks in term 2, that doesn't mean that your June exam is in 11 weeks. Knowing when exactly your June exam starts gives you the exact number of weeks you have for this term. It is always good to know the topics you are going to cover before the term starts. So you can know this by checking in front of your textbook. They usually give the number of topics that you are going to do for each term, or you can use past papers. For example, if you check June past papers, you will see the new topics that you've never seen on your March exams. Another important thing to know is the teaching schedule. Know which topic they are going to teach in which week. This helps you in terms of keeping up with your work, making sure that you are not behind, being able to plan your study timetable, and actually being able to stay ahead. So when you check on Teacher's Guide, it's going to tell you that in week 1, they are teaching this topic. Week 2, they are teaching this topic, just like on this example. If you can't access this on a Teacher's Guide, you can always ask your teacher. They'll definitely let you know. So we've come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn your notifications on to know every time I post a video. I'll see you again on my next video. Bye.